Lee, was Sunday's game one to forget quickly, or dissect it first and then forget it?
No, you don't forget it, you use it for the season going forward. You understand and you look at why the game ran away from you in the second half after such a good progressive performance in the first 30-35 minutes, where with the exception of the goal we've probably been the dominant team. We've passed the ball as well as we have done over the course of the season, and we're creating chances. And then obviously second half we've never done any of those things. We were so deep, and it was all to do with the fatigue in the group. As you see, the back four were really deep, which meant the midfield we couldn't get any support. That's why we didn't create any chances. If any note, we didn't get in around Wigan to stop them playing. And that doesn't take away from the fact, even though you're tired, we still conceded disappointing goals. Because even the first goal, when we felt we were playing well and we'd started the game well, was a real disappointing goal from our point of view. So, no, you don't. You of course forget it in terms of, you can only affect the next game, but you use it going forward that to iron out the errors that were in the game on Sunday.
The big difference was the cup game. Wigan changed all 11 players, plus had an extra 48 hours.
Listen, that's the key. It's not making excuses. I know supporters are saying, footballers are highly tuned athletes, and we talk about this facility, but the bottom line is that, when we played Walsall Sunday and Monday, chatting to the players and getting the data and the feedback, was they would have been mightily fatigued. Now, I possibly could have made more changes for the Sunderland game, but we were coming up against one of the strongest teams in the competition in front of the national television cameras, and if you don't treat it right and try and get that win, you could end up with egg on your face. So we always knew it was going to be difficult. We couldn't change the Wigan fixture any later than we had done, and it showed immensely. But that's not saying that we couldn't have defended the goals that were conceded better than we did. We certainly feel we can, and we should have. So there's reasons. Well, the issue for me is that you have the same amount of rest. People will ask, well, what about when you play Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday in League One? But the thing is, when you're playing Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday in League One, so is your opponent. So there's that to take into consideration as well. So we have to be aware of that. And there's nothing the matter with the fitness of the team, because they showed that in the previous two games against Walsall and Sunderland. Went right to the wire and more than matched Sunderland physically. It was a game too far for that group of players. 7 starters. Zelly Ishmael having his first start in this calendar year in a competitive game. Chris Maguire not only having one training session leading up to the game and having a really shorter pre-season, and Alex Bruce having his first competitive game in 12 months. So they're the facts. They're not excuses, they're the facts. But now there's no excuses for Saturday. We've had a fresh week, we've had a free week where the players have been able to recoup, find their legs again, and then work on the training ground in terms of preparation for Bristol Rovers.
I've seen this for Prognos on Saturday, but are Wigan the benchmark?
Well, we knew they're going to be there or thereabouts because of the strength and depth they have and the quality of player. But we just want to try and look after ourselves. I was more than happy. I felt there was improvement from the Walsall game and the Sunderland game in terms of our possession play in the first half, without a doubt. I felt we gave Joe more options to play out from the back. We got our wide players in between the lines in good positions. The midfield looked solid. Alex was picking up good positions from his experience. And then obviously, the second half was a complete opposite. So, you take the positives, but you also take the negatives, and then, as we said, yeah, of course. But I think on a level playing field, Wigan know that for the full 94 minutes they'll be given a far stronger game than they were for certainly the second half.